Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And today I'm very pleased to present a car that is extremely special. We do a lot of interesting cars. We love hearing from people all across the country, and we purchase a lot of cars. But every now and then, one car just stands out really as exceptional. And this is one of those cars. Come on over and take a look at it, please. This car is a 1962 MGA Mark II 1600. So in that respect, it's a regular standard MGA. What is unusual about this particular car is the condition of the car, which I'm going to explain to you, and also the ownership history of this car. We found out about this car. The owner contacted us out of North Carolina, and we couldn't believe the story at first until we went to go meet him, see the car, and really review all the documentation. Tom purchased this car brand new. He had gotten his first job. He ended up writing us a letter about the whole car, which we will post this letter. So please, if you're serious about patina on cars, history of cars, this car might be for you. If you're not, please don't buy it because it's a very special car. He has a whole letter he wrote to us. He had recently graduated and was a chemical engineer. And he was very excited because a local car dealer got this MG in. So he went down, and with the first paycheck from his first job, he purchased this car. We have the original documentation, the distributor, Royston Imperial Car Distributors. The importer was Hambro Automotive. The actual dealer was Clark Rambler in Charleston, West Virginia. And this is the original order for the car. So it's great when we have a car that we really don't need the heritage certificate because this is the real deal, what we have here. We then have, we have the original documentation with the car. We have when he originally had an original loan on the car, and these are all original documents. This is more a sale contract on the car. And then we have the new used car order. He paid $2,834 for the car. His monthly payments were $89.77. We just love getting this stuff. So what happened then is Tom owned this car, and it just became part of his life. He talks in this letter. He was in West Virginia, Goodrich Gulf. He then transferred he was in Cleveland, he was in Chicago, he was in DC, where he then went to law school and became a lawyer. All along, the MGA followed him. He always had it. He finally ended up moving to the Outer Banks in North Carolina, and he volunteered at the local aquarium. And then he was in North Carolina, and the MGA was always with him, and he was always driving the thing, usually, many times, as a daily driver. So you have a car, and he ends up by saying he's now in his mid-80s. He realizes he has to give the car up, and he's hoping to pass it off to someone who will also have a lifetime of happy experiences. So when we talk about cars having good karma, this is one of those cars. So that's the history on the car. The car itself is incredibly original. Tom told me, and we're always careful when we say this, but Tom said he'd never had the car painted. He said it's all original paint. Our detailers think it is. I think it is, but it looks awfully good. He did on the right side of the car, the right door and the right lower rocker. He had some repairs done to that a long time ago, and they had paint work. Right door, right rocker, and that was it as far as what he was telling us. The car today presents as a very, very original car. Most of the chrome is original. As we get into the engine compartment, so here, and we were very careful with this car. We detailed it and cleaned it, but we're presenting it pretty much as we got it. So this obviously is all original and could be cleaned up a little bit. The engine compartment, other than the work we did, we pretty much left it alone because all of this is original. It has its original VIN tag, it has its original Smith's tag, it has the original body tag, it has the original motor in the car. The plate is still on the motor, of course. Obviously, it's a numbers matching motor. Everything is original to the car. When we got the car, We replaced the hydraulics. So the master and clutch combination master cylinders, those are new. We did a fuel filter. We did a heater control valve. We did a starter pull switch. We rebuilt the carbs and tuned them, adjusted the valves, of course, valve cover gasket. I think we put a new gasket here in the thermostat. Just basically cleaned up some odds and ends. We also installed a new air intake duct system for the heater and replaced the hoses that come up here. We also put a set of brand new Vredestein Sprint Classic tires on the car. Other than that, the car really didn't need much. Please take the time and watch the driving video closely. This is a car that it drives, it's incredible to drive because it still has that feel it had when it was new. It's never been abused, it's never been neglected, it's always just been driven, maintained, and loved for all these years. So I believe most of the chrome is all original and not been replaced. You'll see he had one incident where his grills, I think somebody backed into it or damaged it, had a new grill, but he kept the old grill. So we have actually two surrounds for the grill. Coming along the side of the car, there are a few minor blemishes in the paint. I would do nothing to them. I mean, this car, I would leave all that alone because of the originality on the car. It has a little bit of corrosion or patina or whatever we want to call it around the windshield frame. You'll see that in the photographs we took of the car. The interior of the car, I do believe it's a combination of original and some new parts, some new leather. So this, I believe, is all old and original. I'm not sure about the door cards. I know some of it is original here. I'm not sure about the dash. I think this was replaced. He did not remember replacing it, but it may have been, has new vinyl on it. These were vinyl, not leather. The seats are leather, and I believe they've been replaced. Frankly, they look too good to have been original to be 60 years old. All the instrumentation is original. You'll see in the test drive, all the instrumentation is working properly. Radio does not work. It's the original radio to the car. And I keep going back to it. The driving experience is unreal in this car. The clutch, the brakes, the transmission is just wonderful. He does have the full and complete tonneau cover, which is this, which you can do the real cool driving where you have half of it up. This also has back here the space where you can put the side curtains, which we have for the car, which I'll show you. And this I know is replaced. This is a Moss Motors cover, and it's in excellent condition. It's like new essentially. So, and I think the carpeting was, I think, largely replaced. So you have a largely new interior, but this was done many, many, many years ago. But it has a nice patina. It matches the rest of the car. But even items like here, coming along, these screws are just in beautiful, fantastic condition. So I do not want to present it that we're positive it's all original paint, but I know he was telling me that the only work he had done was on the right side. So I have to take what he said. Going into the trunk area, we have the spare tire. There's newer carpeting. There's a spare tire cover. The original cover is under there. Someone wants to try and use the old one, but there's a new cover there. And I'll show you, I'll close the boot, hood. Body seams are excellent on the car, the factory. I mean, this is the way the car was made. So all of that lines up well. We also have over here numerous parts and things he gave us. We have the hand crank. We have the original jack with the jacking handle, original kit for the jack. We have side curtains, which I think are new. They appear to be new. I don't think they are original, but I think parts of them are original. This looks original, but I believe the frame is new. So I'm guessing that was done when he did the leather seats. This is the other grille surround I mentioned. That comes with the car. And he has a full car cover. We have the original owner's manual, bunch of the usual workshop manuals. So all this goes with the car. Coming along this side of the car, same thing. It's a very straight car, no damage. The fender lines are very clean. Again, the doors, excellent fit, just beautiful body seams. I mean, that, you know, that's just wonderful. Same thing on this side. I know this is original. I think this might be, but I'm not sure. This is original. The dash on this side is excellent condition. I think this is all original up here. And I believe the seats were redone, and they are leather. It's the original color. It's the burgundy. Very nice looking. And then I'll show you the bonnet. Closes very nicely. Up here. Again, beautiful seams. Everything lines up nicely. It's just, I hope people come and take a look at this car or send people to come inspect it. It's an unusual car because of its history, because of its condition. We have all the documentation that comes with the car. It is looking for literally its second owner who will love the car, take care of it, and have fun with it. And one of the most amazing things about this car, and I'll try this while we're here, it always starts the same way. It always starts like that. Whether it's cold, hot, it just starts right up. So it definitely has some good karma in this one. So please ask us any questions you may have. We'll be happy to answer them, happy to take more detailed photos. Underneath, we have a lot of chassis photos. It is not a garage queen, but this car, I think, could go to any show and go straight to the preservation class and do quite well. So thanks for taking the time and watching this video.